It's time to scrap the state pension and replace it with a new means-tested state pension. I can see the boomers in the comment section already. The pension currently costs £138 billion a year, which is about 5% of the national economy and 58% of the total benefits bill, because state pension is a benefit. And it's expected to be £145.6 billion by next year, and reach 7.7% of the economy by 2070. There are over 3 million pensioner households with a net worth of over £1 million in the UK. The state pension simply needs to become a tiered system. The poorest should have an increase of their state pension, and the median and highest net worths should have their pension reduced. The median threshold should be £1 million in asset value, and the higher threshold should be £1.5 million in asset value. I'd then raise the state pension for the poorest to £13,000, I'd drop the median to about £6,000, and the highest to £3,000. And if you have over £3 million, you get nothing. And this is because the average household in the UK pays £10.5 thousand a year in tax, and the full yearly state pension currently pays £11,973, which means a couple gets nearly £24,000 a year. This is not sustainable when the tax take is this low. I think we should start using national insurance payments as if they were actually private pension payments. And then we scrap national insurance and just call it what it is, a tax. And then everybody pays £840 a year, which was the minimum to gain you 1 year of state pension, and then it's put into an individual pot which is then invested in the UK Stock Exchange. That means the country has both skin in the game, you get as much as you put in, and we make it clear that you also need a private pension to supplement this. I'd also say that pension contribution should be taken before any tax is paid. Tax then becomes 28% for lower earners and 40% for higher earners. Now the thing is that national insurance seems to have been sold dishonestly. And boomers thought their national insurance was creating a pot for their state pension. But currently there is no pot sat there for your retirement, because national insurance goes into a yearly budget which is then paid for all benefits in the UK. It's always been a system where those working pay for those who are retired. And what I really hate about the triple lock, which locks in pension increases, is that it relies on the strength of the backs of the younger generation to carry the older generation. But this older generation created a shit sandwich for my generation to eat. Because our wages do not go as far, we cannot afford to buy houses, and we can't have children until we're older. And we're just completely unable to create levels of wealth that the older generation is currently enjoying. And my point is that they have a choice. They can sell the assets that they've built up over their lifetime and downsize. It's not ideal, but the option's actually there for them. My generation do not have that luxury. We have 40-year mortgages, not 25-year mortgages. We cannot invest in other properties tax-free or have one-income family households. Plus, we won't inherit any of these ridiculously expensive assets because the state will have to claw it back in inheritance taxes to pay for the elderly people's state pension, their elderly care, and finally their slow march towards the beyond. We all have to take accountability for our life's choices. I pay into a private pension as a self-employed person. I also currently voluntarily pay Class 2 national insurance to qualify for the state pension, because I'm planning my retirement for if I do have it or if I don't. You cannot just run a country pandering to the group who are most likely to vote in that country. You'll alienate generations from actually engaging in that society, both from working and from politics, which really is a death knell for any democracy.